I redstone it all.
Hello everyone, my name is IJ and welcome to Project Redstoneworld Devlog episode 27. And while this is the first official devlog to ever take place in April, we have kind of reached our old goal from 2021 with devlog release times, where I said that I would release a devlog every 2 weeks, because guess what? We had a technical devlog 2 weeks ago where we showed our glorious new sector. Let's go there real quick. Yes, our tower negative 1.5. There is chicken.
There is chicken. There is chicken. There is Fred 6 and another premium balcony with a suicide latch.
But no.
Amazing.
So this has actually been a long time since the last devlog. The last devlog was in September. And while the 12-year one is considered an actual devlog, being episode 26, it isn't this kind of detailed description of everything that we've done recently. So really, when I'm saying last devlog, I am referring to devlog episode 25 back in September. That episode was fully focused on the RTC, and it's part 2 of the end of summer, whatever. Does not matter. We're starting fresh now, and today we don't have like anything too big in any specific area. Of course, I believe RTC is going to take up the most amount of time as usual. I am not sure about how these, if this is going to be split into multiple parts, because I don't want a super long video, but at the same time, we are spread out everywhere, so I don't know how that can be partitioned easily. We'll see as we go along. Alright, so, as is tradition, after a long period of, we're about to speak about it. As is tradition, after a long period of not having any devlogs, the TPS is always one of our first topics discussed about. And this time, we don't have any hardware changes or big software changes in the, last time we introduced the local versus global control. Now what we are looking at is the future. So obviously right now we have these buttons here. This is only for staff that can switch between global and local control. But we kind of want to automate that for single player release, because we don't want to be telling players, okay, you have to run this function and then this function, and if there's like too much lag, because you don't even get a TPS meter. So, the first thing that I did was we decided that we wanted a dynamic system. So we're looking, okay, so is Founding Island loaded? And if it's not being used currently by players, and the TPS is crap, and the Founding Island is still loaded, then why the hell is it still loaded? So then we can check that TPS using commands, and then unload it dynamically. So what I did is I developed this first thing here. This was created by desperately skimming Minecraft wiki pages and eventually finding out that the world border moves at real time. So it is independent of the game's clock. It will move in real time. So that can be used to get a TPS number, and it runs for a few seconds, and then it will store the number it calculates in a scoreboard. So there, it calculated TPS of 20. As you can see, we are actually briefly below that. So of course, that pisses off him. And I would be killed if I didn't discuss about this or show this. So I got bested with a extremely precise version of the TPS system. So I mean, we can use this. that way it's like really accurate, and it's actually displayed right here on this text display. So if we do execute in overworld, run function, blah blah blah. There we go. Okay, that was a lot more efficient. So you see, it's a very accurate system, lots of sig figs in it, and I also would be cool if I didn't show that there is a big CPU being developed up here, RWPU. While we're talking about the Lucas plots, let's go to this one. This was a Spleeve minigame that was developed, I think, like a couple months ago, and we're looking at finding a way to incorporate this into the RTC. Because I have already put in a inventory system, so you know it's like officially recognized by me, which means that we should be trying to put it into main world. Same story, if that RWPU things goes far, then we can consider a main world edition for that. And speaking of main world, let's go there. So we're gonna start off out west as we have been doing these past few episodes, and then come to Founding Island later. So, going out west, you can actually already see some of the things I'm going to talk about floating in the air, looking stupid. But a sector that we haven't talked about much at all for a long time has actually received a lot of work, and that is the main bunker. So, obviously, that main bunker has, it was added into Redstoneworld during the Great Merge of 2020, and it was just it's just a big cube of sandstone. And it doesn't fit in well with this terrain because we are not in a desert. This is an artificial desert. And the terraforming project on that, I think, either started in very late 2021 or early 2022. And it was on a hiatus for a long time. And now it is finished. So this was all done around the time of Redstoneworld's 12th year anniversary. We got this part added out here. So it kind of blends well with even this dark oak forest and these plains here. And then what I'm really happy about is, and yeah, this got covered up before, like even a couple months ago, it just looked like this, which, I mean, it's bad. At least it had supports, but, and what I'm happy about, oh, and there's a nice pond here. What I'm happy about is that this terrain here, I actually talked, I think a couple devlogs ago. This is my terrain, so it wasn't so bad. Considered so bad that it had to get replaced entirely. It just got the vegetation added to it, so I'm happy that my shitty world edit terraforming still has its place. And then the village, I kind of miss the village, but I mean, this looks really nice. You even have chicken jockey. That looks nice. It's right above the penthouse of the bunker. And over here, I don't think this was there before, even though this was like added right in September. There is this spot for the RCorp rail. If I feel like it curves a little bit too much. Like, what the hell is this? This is not. Just make it straight, God damn it. Same thing here. Like, what the hell is this? So that curve is kind of annoying to work with, and I think that when the train is completed, hopefully it is completed, all the systems, everything, that would be not fun to ride. So. Yeah, that'll have to get changed. And then right over here, you'll notice there used to be a quartz building here, but now this is a hill. I feel like we should have a bit more hills, because then this wouldn't look so out of place. Yeah, I feel like that could be a future change. But this is where the emergency exit is. So it used to be this quartz building. Now it's covered up. And as of a couple days ago, I know Cham's going to hate this, but we added barriers all over the place. And this is part of our proactive Rule 11 prevention. What Rule 11 is just griefing, and it happens a lot now with the 24/7. So, and it's not griefing like the traditional griefing. Oh, I'm going to break all these blocks. No, it is going through the redstone systems. What I saw recently was making all these note blocks go out of tune, and I cannot restore that using the Core Protect plugin. I had to go into a backup and manually copy and paste that back. So that was so fun. So what we're trying to do is we are trying to limit the access to these redstone areas, so you're not taking items out of hoppers, spamming things that you shouldn't be spamming, and that kind of stuff. So we are doing that through the use of the admin cards. So even this bunker admin card, if you know the way, there's a way to get into it without being the like staff qualifications. So I mean, if you get it, I guess you kind of deserve it. Just don't break anything or you're banned. But then we have these staff cards here, and the military card is kind of it's kind of there. We're still figuring out what we do with that one, but we have the 3 levels of staff, and that's very important when we get to the center sectors. And what I was saying about the staff areas. So now I brought back this emergency entrance that I had to delete a long time ago, and now it leads you to this quartz hallway, and you just need to enter in your bunker admin, and this provides a admin entrance to the main bunker that we just didn't ever have before. The admins had to go through the normal way, and of course there is always the secret entrance, which I'm sure not many people know about. You have to go to the Goofy IJ water tower. You swim up it, and then you can go through this pipe, and it'll take you into the main bunker. And while I'm here, let me make sure there's barriers. Yes, good. Proactive prevention. Now, going slightly west, we have the cruise ship, which, besides just that proactive Rule 11 changes that I was talking about, we have a few minor improvements. I actually, like, the main lobby, I realized did not have any pathways at all, so I just added this little path. It used to be with dark oaks, which made it really stand out. This is a lot more subtle, so I like this, but it's actually guiding you around the hotel, which I feel was necessary, because you would just, not the hotel, the cruise ship, but you would just walk in here and get instantly overwhelmed. At least now you have some paths to deal with it. It's not completely open. I added this too. We got some art of the cruise ship and our new Redstone World banner. And then, oh yeah, the pink wool that covered the entire top of the cruise ship is finally gone after 2 years. Amazing. Oh, I gotta delete that pink wool too. Now, going out. What direction is this? South. Yes, south. Going out south. The theme park reactor, as discussed before, is complete, so we are not talking about any changes there because it is done. Thank God. I should still probably release a like a trailer video for it, because you know I don't do these devlogs to try to like for outreach, like trying to get new people into Redstone. This is literally for documenting the changes, giving the detailed look. But I feel like I do need to make some kind of like shorter videos that are just like really just showing off what we have here and that can bring new people into Redstone World. But that's a I gotta prioritize actually working on the Redstone World over things like that. Now the water park here, we've got some. We finally have a roof on this building. So I think that, yeah, this guy functions now too, I believe. Yeah, so here you can now buy 7 attraction tickets for 1 emerald or 4 food coins for 1 emerald. So we got the shop working. Whoa, okay. Noisy. We still got the walkers walking. And now this got decorated. This looks really nice. And the restaurant down below, this, of course, God, what the hell is wrong with these people? The restaurant down below is, yeah, it's, sir, look the right way. Okay. This restaurant has received a lot of progress. We were working on his paths. You can tell that this is a, being ran by Chambo because of the obsession with Donnie, of course. I'm not surprised. And then over here is like a buffet thing, and these shulkers, it looks like a shulker, but it's actually a cart, so yeah, that's nice. And they're all just going into the cactus. And God, is that just running 24/7? That's great. Oh yeah, so this coaster right here, or not coaster, slide. The slide got deleted. There's still got to be something here because the underground portion still exists. So, I mean, we just need some stuff done. I mean, we got to start here. And now we got this a few months ago. We got the gay slide. Of course, amazing. And then over here, the tree is gone, but I have it in one of my plots. I'm not going to go try and find which one, but we have the tree saved, so I want to try to do something with it eventually. Maybe not here, maybe in some sector, but that tree looked really nice, so I would like to put it somewhere. There's a really funny story behind this slide, but that doesn't need to be shared. But yeah, so now we have this big slide looping around the top, and it's got like a carnival thing underneath it. I don't know what that is for. But the slide is good. So yeah, that is the progress with the water park. It still needs more progress for sure, and we still have all my. Oh, we got to keep my bad terraforming. I like that. I like when my bad terraforming stays. Okay, now I am going to set my fly speed to 10 to show off all the new RCorp rail areas. So let's start off from spawn. Too fast. Okay, so I showed off this. This was the furthest extent up here. So now this actually goes down to Tavish Town, which is the towns that catalyzed the Great Revival. And now it's going to go parallel to the power line here. And there's a new track here. This track will take you to Emil's Villa. And then from that through the Gerudo Desert to this track here, which is the Das Loop. There's the SMP base here. This track takes you to the actual station at the Gerudo Desert and to the end of the Das Loop. So the Das Loop track comes from the FI bunker. Let's turn that off and clear chat because there are dumb people saying dumb things. And now we go to the bunker. That's the bunker track I was talking about before. And now this one actually goes to the Das Village train station, which itself has received some changes. Let's take a quick look. So besides just labeling better, I finally blocked off these rails and actually made this one not cut across the middle of the floor, so you're getting ran over trying to walk through the train station. So now it goes underground, and that's a lot better. And then right here is where our RCorp rail station will be. And then this just loops back to where we were right here. And now going back this way, we can go up here to these mountains, so we're high up again. We go through the mountains, and now we're going this way, and this is the way to the theme park. So this is like the southernmost RCorp rail track. You go past the water park, and you can see there's been a lot of people hard at work already putting the stairs, because that is painful. Thankfully, I've not had to do any of that. And now here we are inside the theme park station, so, you know, I gotta build walls for this still, but you're in the pirate island. I had to do a bunch of weird maneuvers to get, like, all the tracks that we needed through, but it will be opened up over here. And then this goes past the reactor, past this town, and the cruise ship station is right here. And then this just goes up for a while, but there's nothing there yet. It's just going to go up. And then this one connects back to the Das loop. And up there, we're going to have one that connects to the Rake Port area, Fort Extry. So yeah, that's where this one will eventually connect. And looking at where we are at 20 minutes already somehow. So let's see how much further we can go. I mean, that's kind of the main thing for like everything out west. So everything out west is done, and now we don't have a lot to talk about in Founding Island. Everything in Founding Island is really connected to the RTC or with Rule 11. So with the Rule 11 changes, you missed a period of time. Oh God. You missed a period of time where we had everything blocked off with like either barriers or private signs. Now I'm trying to open up these staff areas once again through the use of the staff keycard level system. So of course we've had this one blocked off by level 3 keycard for a long time, but we have all these different areas that were just blocked off with private signs restricting it to only me, can now be used if you have the keycard. Like right here, this DMS launcher, now you can access this and therefore storage with that. Same thing is at the oven here, another keycard. The brewing machine is blocked by a level 1, so that's the primary access. And there's a bunch all over. I started doing them in the RTC too, and oh yeah, and the Founding Island Vault, which was also a private sign. Now it's a level 3 area, but it's accessible. So, and I don't know what I put level. Okay, so floor 5 is also no longer private. It is now level 2. So yeah, that is newly opened. And if you notice something, you may remember that level 2 secondary access signs used to be yellow, and then the primary access signs used to be green. So this caused a lot of confusion because the level 1 card is blue, level 2 card is green, and level 3 is red. So level 3 and the level 3 sign has always both been red, but then we had the blue level 1 with the green sign and the green level 2 with the yellow sign. It didn't make sense, so I made the signs consistent with the key cards, which was easier than doing it the other way around. So yeah, that's a lot better. And now we're gonna look at some maps. So we finally added some labels to this map, but that one isn't as important. What is more important is up here, the catalyst. This is a map of Old Founding Island. Now, I don't know how maps work now. Okay, so yeah, so this map should, and it's locked, so this should work in the world download still. This shouldn't need the server to work, and that's good. And I hope those labels stay too, because that may be the one part that disappears. I don't know. And then over here, we decorated this what was just a blanky icy area with a full map of the general area of Redstone World. So we're including all the major sectors. Founding Island here, RTC here, Villa, Bunker, Theme Park, Cruise Ship. You even have bits of it goes so far enough to see the right game over here, and Forgotten Isle up here. And this is really cool. So yeah, you like have to crawl basically to read some of the text, but it's cool. Let's see. Okay, so this is like the last thing in Founding Island mainly is, I still have to make this like a keycard door, but I finally fixed the condo system, which I think that video where I talk all about it from 2017 is still up on this channel. I made it where you don't lose your room when you go offline, so it's kind of like stored permanently, which is good, and should have been in there in the first place. I don't know why I did it the way I did, but I was a kid. So now going out to the RTC areas. This is Founding Island. These tree houses, we all know they are looking not good ever, and I refuse to delete them for the purposes of nostalgia. But the thing that was the worst of all was this floating redstone here, which we finally patched up. So it is now completely covered up, and this probably is like the best looking building inside the entire treehouse, besides of how ridiculously tall it is. What the hell? Yeah, that's funny. Now, in the bridge. Oh yeah, I just had to redo. I don't like these things, the allays. They are just so hard to work with. It's like this shop is basically a gimmick tech demo of them, because I couldn't actually use them in any other legit storage system for sorting unstackable items, even though that's like the only possible way because of how glitchy they are. They were refusing to connect to this note block, even though that they had it in their data. They would only drop items if I was near, so I had to kill them, spawn new ones, and now it's working, but who knows for how long. So yeah, that system, I don't want to use alloys. That was like my one time ever using them in Project Redstoneworld. I don't want to have to fix them anywhere else. And now, this is more recent, like last week, I think. The nature plot had it's nearly done. Just something over in this area, and we still need the center thing back over here. But it's no longer open to this. And in the back, there's like a bunch of beacons here, and I think that was used to like hide the back here, but that is way too many beacons, so we are not doing that. Alright, now going to the actual FI bunk. Okay, I have made the decision to split this video into 2 parts. So this will be Project Redstoneworld Devlog episode 27 and 28. And that is just better, even though these ones are going to be shorter than usual. I should not be aiming for the 40-minute devlogs. I should be aiming for 20 minutes more and like 30 max. So I realized that, oh my god, this RTC system was way more detailed than I thought it was, and I am not giving the things the attention that it deserves. So I am splitting this up once again into a RTC devlog and an everything else devlog. So I'm going to produce both at the same time, and I will release the other one shortly. See you guys then. My name is Mr. IJ, and I redstone it up.
I saw you die. It was the only way to stop it.
Redstoneworld, of course. 15 minutes, I agree. Alright.